So it was my senior year in college, and I'm working on my thesis. And this is like the hardest semester I've ever had. My financial aid had ran out, and I'm going to a really snooty private school. So this is the first time that I'm really gonna have to face the blunt of like tuition like by myself. I just moved out from a living situation with a roommate to living by myself for the first time with no foresight of what was going on with financially. I get into a car accident with a stripper. She does not have any insurance. This is my neighbor because I can't afford to live in a place that's classy. She never pays for the damages. At this point, I'm a full-time student working part-time teaching paint and sip. I taught drunk people how to paint in a bar. As a glorified bar clown, my income was mainly tips. I have reached the end of my scholarship too. So like financially, I'm getting beat the fuck up and I have about 3 semesters left before I'm done with school. The classes I gotta take after my thesis at this point are all electives. So it's not like things are gonna be cognitively difficult, but situationally, I'm fucked all directions. I pour my absolute heart into this thing. When I say above and beyond, I mean above and beyond. Like this is the project right here. Like I had my website template created. It was completely original. Like I had an about page where I talk about, the story, the concept, a little teaser art, some snippets from the actual story, and then, just like a really fun way to introduce the cast. All of these characters were supposed to be, rooted in African mythology from West Africa. So like the were hyena and stuff. And, just I really wanted to explore a 4-part series told from 4 different perspectives that highlight these misunderstandings that lead to a collapse of like a friend group and stuff like that. Guys, I made merch. Like I made merch and I just had so much like I had so much fun just making this project. This was like a story that I just absolutely adored. It was on my mind. I loved the characters. I loved what I wanted to do with it. My professor tells me that she thinks the project's cool, but fantasy racism isn't in right now. Who the fuck fantasizes racism? I think about that shit till this day. I have yet to move on from it. I question my skills as a writer and an artist. Because how can a story that's presented as a tale of revenge and redemption set in a world where the lines between fantasy and reality are blurred? The tale of a bastard prince and his coup d'etat against the reigning monarchy and the rule of his vengeful half-sister. The only thing racial about it was that he was black and a bastard. Like, that was just something that I thought was going to be cool to add in. Like, not only is he ostracized for being the son of a concubine, but he is also notably different than everybody else in the ruling class. And I did it in reverse because the dude's half white and the nation, the fantasy world he's in is ran by black. It's like Wakanda. Like that whole experience created this insecurity in me. I had this fear that there was no space for my ideas in the grander scheme of this creative industry. I ended up pivoting and dropping that project after that, even though like the peer feedback was good and my classmates thought that the idea of having a vertical story told from 4 different perspectives was innovative. Like when your teacher, who's an industry pro at this point, tells you that, it doesn't fall in line with current popular trends, you lose faith in the belief that a story just needs to be good.